I'm Leslie Fowler, and our territory is, and this is my husband, Chip.
Hi.
And our territory is Anna Maria Island, Longboat Key, Bradenton Beach down in Florida. And we are new iTrip franchisees. We actually have just in the last month, and this is our first summit, and we're really excited to be here.
Awesome. What were you guys doing before you were involved in iTrip?
I was in the commercial real estate business and managing commercial real estate. And we also had a golf cart business that was fairly large that Leslie ran. So it worked out pretty well.
Awesome.
And the neat thing about that is that that was actually a franchise. So we had 2 franchises with that business. And so we had some experience with franchises, but this, iTrip was unique from what we were doing before, and a lot of the things we learned about iTrip actually brought us to here.
Gotcha. So you're brand new, we really only had one core training and all, but maybe talk about, because one of the biggest questions people have, what's my startup look like? What's that first week, first month going to look like? Not counting the summit, but what did you anticipate and what's been your reality so far?
Well, I've spent a lot of time online going through most of the paperwork and most of the on the website and trying to determine how to operate it. How to use it, because I think one of the reasons we decided to come and join this team was the fact that there was so much has already been created, and we didn't have to recreate the wheel. We could have gone out and became property managers. That's the easy thing. Putting all the processes and all of the back office software together, it was just too much. And then that's why when we saw and talked to you, Tom, and understood what was there and what's available, it made our decision a little bit easier.
Yeah, the information, the amount of tools that a franchisee can leverage it is, to Chip's point, it's amazing. And the first couple of weeks, the experience we've had so far is being able to leverage everybody at iTrip Corporate. Everyone's available at any time. We've been able to reach out to other franchisees and benefit from their experience, and everyone's been helpful and supportive and excited, and that's just been so helpful for us. There's so much information and so many things that we can leverage to make our experience with being a property manager more efficient, more effective, better experience for the property owners, better experience for the guests themselves. And that's invaluable when you're looking at a business.
Sure. You guys are obviously a very successful couple. You got a lot of great skills. Why join an iTrip franchise model versus just going out and doing it on your own?
Well, I think I just addressed that earlier. There would be so much time and effort involved in developing a app for the phone, software to take care of the cleaning and the maintenance, software to pay for the taxes and organize the tenant coming to the marketplace, and how that's all going to work. We would have had to create that. I'd rather just pay for it and be done with it. And also, you have a track record. We looked at the different territories that surrounded us, and they're successful. Well, okay. Why can't we just mimic what they've already done and not recreate the wheel? I think it will be easier doing it that way. We give up some of the profitability, but we start off quicker, faster, and in the long run, we don't have to concentrate on upgrading this or upgrading that. Or
developing
you guys are doing it. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a unique model because there are, as Chip said, there are ways to become a property manager, but iTrip has a unique, just the whole profile of the company is unique in its market, because you're able to leverage a large international marketing, digital marketing company where you can leverage, 85 different distribution channels. There's a lot of costs associated with that. If you were a property manager, people don't the mom and pops and the smaller ones don't typically have the money to invest in that, to even leverage all those channels. But the other unique part, you marry a large international business marketing company with a local franchise, more of a boutique white glove type of service offering to the local people, to the property managers and the guests themselves. And so it's a unique concept, and I think that's what's going to make us competitive. That's what's already made all the other surrounding territories, to Chip's point, successful, is because they can leverage both of those things. And so the experience for the property owner and guest is unique, and nobody else can offer that.
What would you say your biggest concern was during your due diligence process, besides getting your golf cart business closed?
There is that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's get that closed.
Yeah.
What was your biggest or a concern, maybe not necessarily the biggest, and how do you feel about that, 30 days in?
How are we going to penetrate the market?
Yeah, it's probably.
That was one of the keys that I struggled with. It's very difficult to go into a marketplace that's being dominated by, say, 5 different companies that have been there for 50 years, that are entrenched in the neighborhoods and entrenched with the realtors. I had concerns about that. I still have concerns about that today. I mean, that hasn't changed. I think that if we stick with the plan and work the plan, it might take some time, but I think over a period of time we'll be successful.
I think you have to, and I had the same concern initially, because when you're in your territory and you see that everybody else has a presence, because we're a new franchise in the area. And so the onus is on us is to get out into the community and brand ourselves as an option for the people that live there. And we also have to, more importantly, leverage the program that iTrip has already defined, which is now why there's so many franchisees. That's a success story right there. So you have to understand the plan, you have to work the plan, and I think if you do the right things will happen. And then I also think that it's important to sell the difference, because just as Chip was saying, that there are in our territory, there are like the big elephants in the room, right? They're the ones that are already the rental arms of the real estate companies. In a lot of cases, from what we're hearing, is they overpromise and underdeliver, and there's a reason for that. And it's not like we have to go in and we're local people and we want to leverage the system. We just have to tell the story, and deliver. And I think we have an opportunity to do that.
Do you feel like you have, because you talked about competition a lot, and that's in almost every kind of market that we go to, because we're going to the high destination, vacation destination markets. Do you feel like you have a competitive value prop to go compete with?
Absolutely.
Yes, and I think that being associated with iTrip and their ability to develop different avenues for us to find customers and to book customers is the key. I don't think that the local guy that we're going to compete with can do that.
Well, and I think that speaks to again, going back to the digital marketing piece of it. So today people are mobile, and they're making reservations, whether it's for dinner or for a flight or for booking a place, a rental property. So if you make the experience for them easy, and you also and your properties come to the top, then the conversion rates are better. I think that iTrip, and that's the difference between what iTrip is doing and what some of the other companies cannot do, is because of the relationships that iTrip has already with the Expedias, with HomeAway, VRBO, the places where people go, the portals that people go to book their vacation rental properties. our property managers or our property owners have a better chance of seeing their properties elevated because of the investment, the investment and the time and development and the relationships that we can leverage with those are the avenues that people are going to. So the small mom and pops don't realize that. They don't have the money to do it. And I think that
They can get online.
Yeah.
They can pay their money to be on VRBO.
Right.
And other sites, but they're not reaching the masses. And they don't have an app that, they can go on and actually book and pay. And
view, book, pay, review, everything automatically. And, it's the onus is on us to get the information out to the people, to the property owners, so we can sell the difference, so they can see that they have a better option, and that the conversion rates is what's most important, because that's where your revenue is going to come from, your gross profit is going to come from. If we can demonstrate how they'll see higher conversion rates by leveraging the technologies that we have to offer that somebody else does not, I think will sell the difference.
Eventually,
We just have to get in front of them.
What would you say to another couple? Because obviously you guys decided to, you've been in business before as a
Yeah.
couple. Maybe another couple hasn't been. Maybe somebody's getting displaced from corporate America, or they're an empty nester, and for whatever reason they're coming together and saying, let's go look at a business. What would you say to that couple, knowing what you know today about iTrip, thinking pre-decision and now post-decision?
I think it's a wonderful opportunity for most couples, and the reason is as long as you can get along, if you're working next to each other. But what we liked about it is because we have had this is our 5th business together, is that you can do it from anywhere. You have the opportunity to. It's just like you're working in a wonderful resort location. You can do it anywhere because everything you're leveraging the internet. It's a web-based business, number one, so you can do it anywhere. The other thing that's attractive is that it's scalable as well. So as much as you can do as much or as little as you want. That's based on you. The amount of work that you put into it, you'll get that back because it's scalable, and also it's not something that is for somebody that's necessarily younger. It's scalable in age too as well. So there's no reason why, if you come in at 40 or 30, that you can't still be doing it at 70, because you're leveraging tools to enable you to be able to do that from anywhere at any time. And that's huge. You don't have brick and mortar, you don't have employees, you don't have HR issues, you don't have theft, you don't have, you're not managing, tons of inventory. All those things are energy suckers, and your return is much higher in this type of business, that I think, than in a business like that.
Awesome. All right.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Well, this one would be hard because you're just getting started. Knowing everything you know today, would you still make this business decision again? I mean, it's still early in the process. Probably not a best question, but I guess.
I can answer that.
Yeah,
we can answer that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that we would, and I think that we'd make that decision, and we'd follow the program, and we would grow it. And if we didn't like it or something changed, and we didn't feel comfortable with the market, the business, I think it's a very sellable asset to own. It is a territory. It's a pretty good territory, at least for ours. And I feel like it's an asset. So to answer your question, I liked it and I wanted to own it. And if it doesn't work out and we generate, 25 or 30 properties and we turn around and say, this isn't for us, everything's in place, everything is done, and it's easily sellable.
I don't think about it like that. I think what tells me that we made the right decision is for being at a summit, and the reason why I say that is, since we've been here, we've been exposed to franchises all over the United States. Number one, which are all entirely different markets. The tenure of the franchisees is all different. We've met, well, just the fact that you look at how many new franchisees we have this year at the summit, that's telling right there. But then you also look at the tenure of the people that were here 7 or 8 years ago that started. They're still in it. They've grown their business. They're seeing the benefits of it, and just having the opportunity to speak with them, all different backgrounds, whether it was corporate America and then now they're doing this, or what market they're in. It's really irrelevant because their experience with iTrip is the same, and how they've been able to leverage the systems and grow their business and see the success. And that's up to each person, how they measure success. But you have a number of franchisees that are 8 years later, they're still going strong, still growing. That's a scalable business. You got to love that.